All right, Shalom. First and foremost, whenever all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash, the boners to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole faith of Israel. And the title of this lesson is going to be, Yet ye have not hearkened unto me. And how does the voice of the Lord get brought out? How does the voice of the Lord get brought out? Is by servants the prophets. Okay, being the mouthpiece of Yahawah, being sent out B times, rising up early and sending them, to warn the people, warn specifically his people. All right, but 2/3 they don't regard the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah. They say we will not hearken. Okay, going into the times they're heading into. All right, which it tells you in 2nd Ezra 16th chapter, the beginning of sorrows, the beginning of great mournings, famine and death, beginning of wars, the beginning of evils. Like it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But what? But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. All right. Going into, all these evils is brewing upon the face of the earth, and even, fully brewing over and becoming manifest. People are still not taking heed and taking, heed to the seriousness of the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah. Okay, that's why Proverbs 1st chapter says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Right? When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when destruction and anguish come upon you, then shall what? Then shall they call upon me. All right, then shall they call. Then they're going to try to call upon Yahawah. But what is he going to do? He says, but I will not answer. They shall seek me, but they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Okay, why? Because they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. Okay, they didn't tremble at the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, like his word doesn't hold any weight. Like this thing that's going on here is for games. All right, for a charade or some kind of a sideshow. All right, but this is deadly serious things that is going on around the world, and it's all according to biblical prophecy. But again, going into 2/3 of people, they don't hearken. All right, and it don't matter what the heathens do. All right, they don't have it in them to receive anyways. They're not going to come into the truth. They're not going to bring out precepts. Okay, because it tells you, the Lord only deals with Jacob. All right, being the people of Israel. All right, the Israelites. All right, but even this is of course going into what Yahushua warned us about. Okay, Yahushua himself testified that a prophet have no honor in his own country. All right, people look at you outwardly. Okay, they see you as, oh, I grew up with you. You have nothing to say to me. All right, you don't know nothing. I know what you used to do, and this and that. All right, judging you according to your old man and not being able to receive things according to the spirit. Okay, because they are spiritually discerned. All right, the natural man receiving none things of the spirit. Okay, and going into the condemnation of this place. All right, that's why they cannot receive these words, and ultimately because the Lord has blinded them, that they cannot receive. All right, because again, going into the evil times we're heading into, the Lord's only going to save a small group of people, and that's being the remnant of Israel. Okay, his elect. Everybody else is asked out. Okay, but here it is. The Lord's giving you a fair chance, speaking to 2/3 of his own people, to come back onto him and return from your wicked ways and repent and be converted. All right, but again, the 2/3 of our people are not going to hearken. Okay, ultimately because of biblical prophecy, but nonetheless because their hearts turned over to their wickedness. Right, they've been given over because the Lord gives you what you desire. Okay, all right, you want to be a homosexual, the Lord will give your mind over to that. So on and so forth. Okay, you want to be here in so-called America, all right, and trust and oppression, then you're going to be given over to that. All right, but know your latter end is destruction. Okay, because the words of Heavenly Father, Yahawah, are always going to stand. Okay, and you will be judged accordingly. Okay, but this is, I'm going to start here in Jeremiah chapter 25, start at verse 4. And Yahawah said unto you, all his servants, Slakin, and Yahawah have sent unto you all his servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened nor inclined your ear to hear. Okay, and of course we go out on the highways and byways, but a big part of this push, of the Heavenly Father's words being of YAHAWASHI is the internet. Okay, here it is. You can see if you've been paying attention, YouTube, which the apostles and brothers been going in for a while, telling you that YouTube is not for everything. Okay, going into how this YouTube thing was set up in the first place. Okay, yeah, it was a big part of turning people astray. All right, but a big part of it is sealing the Lord's elect, and that's ultimately what it's about, because those are the people that aren't going to be born in vain. Everybody else that was taken as a game, clicking over the videos, watching it, and whoever the case may be, they could have clicked the video for 3 seconds, all right, but there's no cloak for their sins, all right, because they've come across the prophets in some shape or form and rejected the words of YAHAWASHI. Okay, so that's going to be to their demise. And then going into 2/3 specifically, because they're the only ones that have a chance to be received and returned onto YAHAWASHI. The heathens, that doesn't matter, all right, but that's why 2/3 are considered heathens, because they don't hear the words that are being spoken in the church. Okay, what you see out here in the highways and byways, speaking of the apostles and prophets on down, apostles and elders, okay, being altogether prophets, all right, prophesying, foretelling, all right, at these times to come, because that's what the prophets have been set up to do. Okay, Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied what? Against many countries and great kingdoms, of war and evil and of pestilence. Okay, it's not a so-called America a great kingdom? So don't you believe in the words of YAHAWASHI? So don't you think that the Lord would send his prophets out to judge this place as well? Okay, what's so different about so-called America than the other nations that have come before? All right, the other great nations that have come before, which are written in the scriptures. Okay, nothing. All right, the Lord's built them up to bring them down. All right, to show his power. Okay, and ultimately after this fall of this kingdom, being Babylon the Great, is going to rise up the kingdom of heaven. All right, being the tabernacle of David, under YAHAWASHI. Okay, the tabernacle of David of old, the kingdom of heaven is returning here on the earth. And that's the everlasting kingdom. Okay, because America and the kingdom of heaven cannot abide together. All right, it's not going to happen. All right, but that's why this place is going to go down so violently. Okay, because this kingdom is going to be taken. All right, and going into, again, this is the point of the 2/3 of our own people. They're going to be caught up in this mess that's getting ready to unfold here in so-called America. All right, they're going to have no covering. Okay, because they chose to trust in the shadow of Egypt instead of abiding in the secret places of YAHAWASHI, being this truth. Okay, that's why they're not going to be stable. All right, because they don't have wisdom and knowledge. Okay, and they're going to be taken away with the wind. Okay, being the destruction that's coming upon this earth. Okay, so going back to Jeremiah 25, and I'll get to the 5th verse. Jeremiah 25:5, they said, going to the prophets speaking, they said, turn ye again they said, turn ye again now everyone from this evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that YAHAWASHI have given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. And I tell you to come back unto the Lord. Okay, and the Lord, and you're going into it, like he'll just say, he won't harm you. Okay, he'll forgive you, he'll pardon you. Okay, and you could enter into the chambers, all right, being beamed up from the destruction. All right, telling you to turn back. Okay, again, 2/3. All right, but they're not going to turn back. All right, but nonetheless, the Lord sends to his people. All right, of course, he sends them out to speak against great nations. Okay, this is just like a microphone. All right, telling you what's going to happen. Okay, America's going to get destroyed. There's no negotiation. Esau has no place of repentance. He's not going to come into the fold of the ministry, and the Lord's going to love him again. It's not going to happen. Okay, the Lord said he hates Esau. Okay, he's going to leave Esau bare. Okay, he's not going to leave neither root nor branch. All right, the house of Esau. All right, house of Esau is going to be left as stubble. Okay, just as his nation is going to be left. Okay, Esau's kingdom is going to get destroyed. He's going to get hemmed up and thrown into slavery, and after a period of time, he's going to be done away with. Okay, but nonetheless, again, going into our people. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who don't take the prophets seriously, okay, which you never did. All right, and nothing's changed. There's no new thing under the sun, okay, and that's why you shouldn't be surprised, okay, that our people aren't going to listen, okay, because the only thing that's going to teach them is that scriptures say death by pain, okay, because our people are so hard-headed. The only way they're going to learn is that they die a horrible death, okay. That's how they're going to learn to fear the Lord, okay. But continuing Jeremiah 25 and verse 6, and go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no harm. I mean, the Lord, he will draw his hand back. He won't destroy you. Okay, stop serving these weird idols and gods. You know, the heavy one being money. All right, your own freaking selves. All right, the so-called white man. You know, in his ways. You know, so on and so forth. Okay, stop following after these strange gods and worshiping them. All right, giving your mind over to them. All right, and then stop making the Lord angry. All right, he says he's a jealous power. He's a jealous God. All right, and what does Scripture say? It says jealousy is the rage of a man. All right, that's why you're gonna see the Lord's wrath, because he's jealous. Okay, he's tired of people giving over, you know, their mind to dead things. Okay, you know, giving praises to something that didn't do what that thing, what they said it did. Okay, YAHAWASHI created the heavens. Okay, all the other the nations of the gods of the nations are all idols. All right, and the Lord's getting ready to prove that he is living power. That's why he has things written aforetime, so that he can prove, which you don't need to prove nothing to you people, but to show that he is alive. All right, he's the living power. And no other book on this earth, all right, prophesied of these things to come. All right, and that's by design. It's not a coincidence that you can't find it nowhere else besides in the scriptures that these things been written to according to prophecy. Okay, to a T, this thing is unfolding according to biblical prophecy. Okay, again, this is not an accident. All right, but again, people are not going to take it serious till it actually happens. All right, but you know, hearing the voice of the Lord early. All right, if you continue on, and I should say, hold fast what thou hast. You know, the Lord's gonna have mercy on you. All right, you endure to the end. Okay, the Lord have mercy on you because you seek Him early in truth and sincerity. Okay, you know, you might not be a prophet, you might not be whatever it may be. Okay, but you make sure, all right, you're doing something for YAHAWASHI. Okay, of course you're not going out your way doing your own thing. There's rules out here already. All right, you follow after the men set above you. All right, the examples before you. All right, you know, being apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Right, and that's how you stay in those parameters. You stay in that safe zone. Okay, you know, because you start following other camps or whatever it may be. All right, you start following after bugged out doctrines. Okay, and before you know it, you start bugging out. Okay, you know, because again, there's only one truth, and there's only one group of men that the Lord has sent out. Okay, and the Lord is by order. It's not a free for all. All right, the Lord didn't give these men His words and told them to go do what the hell you want to do. Okay, there's order in this thing. Okay, and it's already been established. All right, and that's why Scripture say if you're not gathering, you're scattering. Okay, but nonetheless, continues verse 7, Jeremiah 25 and 7. Yet ye have not hearkened unto me, which is the title of the lesson. Yet ye have not hearkened unto me, saith YAHAWASHI, that ye may provoke me to anger with the works of your hands, to do your own hurt. Okay, that's why it's just because Scripture say in Jeremiah 7 chapter, pray not for this people, neither lift up cry nor pray for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Okay, YAHAWASHI is not, you know, once that ship is sailed. All right, there's no hope for these people. All right, and they already don't have no hope. All right, because at the end of the day, it's already been predestined for 2/3 to be destroyed. Okay, but the beautiful part is they'll be in the kingdom nonetheless, but great evil is going to befall upon them. Okay, because why? Because they sinned against YAHAWASHI. All right, perpetually. okay, done filthy and abominable things, all right, and they're not covered, they're not cleansed, all right. That's why the Lord has to clean them up with these nuclear missiles, okay. But again, it's nothing new, okay. Like it tells you in Second Chronicles 36 chapter, all right. They mocked the message of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of YAHAWASHI rose against his people till there was no remedy, okay. So nonetheless, this is what they're going to do. Okay. So again, not being surprised what's going to happen. All right. Be not surprised what's getting ready to happen upon this earth. All right. Specifically, where the worst judgment is going to be in so-called America. All right. Where the majority of the tribes are. All right. Don't be surprised what's getting ready to happen to these people. All right. Being your mother, your father. All right. Obviously speaking fleshly. Okay. Because it says scripture say, who is my father, who is my mother? Him that doeth the will. Them that doeth the will of YAHAWASHI. Okay. But just your sister, your siblings, all right, your friend you knew in the world. Don't be surprised when they start dropping like flies. Okay, because YAHAWASHI is a setting point in time where he's done with this place. And as you can see, the Lord's drawing back, going into the famine of the world. The Lord he's getting tired of dealing with 2/3 of his own people. Okay, to where now he's starting to make things really tight. Okay. The availability of this truth is getting ready to become scarce. And again, brushing on the famine of the word, which is heavy. Okay. And before the famine of the word comes, miracles have to happen. Okay. Because YouTube is a big platform. Okay. Again, everything has to be done in order. Okay. How could that great multitude be sealed without the miracles being put forth? Okay. And that's really going to be that catalyst. That's Esau is going to be like, all right, we have to do away with this internet. Okay, which he didn't want to make it in the first place, but that's what scriptures say, man's goings are of the Lord. Okay, Esau didn't want to make the internet, but he made it. Esau, he might have thought in his mind he wanted the internet, but come to find out he should never made it in the first place. And the same thing with his nuclear missiles. All right, but I'm not going to go too far off of the lesson. Really touching on, prophecy is going to be fulfilled. Okay, whether you like it or not, all right, it's going to come to pass. All right, but here you have the opportunity to turn away from your evil ways and have the YAHAWASHI pardon you, because these are the only people that are going to have mercy in these times to come, being his elect. Okay, if these heathen make it, know that they're going to be put in bondage and slavery. All right, 2/3 are not going to make it on this side. Not a single one. Every last one of them is going to have to be put to death. Okay, and 2/3, that prophecy goes specifically into America. All right, but going into also, the rebels. All right, them around the world, the rest of the 2/3 around the world, that got to be purged out and destroyed. Okay, they have to die on this side in order to come into the covenant. Okay, by death. That's their sacrifice. All right. But here this is Jeremiah chapter 6, and I'll start at verse 17. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. All right, the warning. All right, constantly that trumpet is being blown every single day. All right. Whether it be on highways and byways or especially on the YouTube. Okay. But continuing. But they said, we will not hearken. All right. You walk past. All right. You take advantage. Like I just quoted from Second Chronicles 36 chapter. All right. And you act as if you never heard a single peep. Okay. Here it is. Men are out here compassionate, damn near, yelling at you people to speaking of 2/3 to turn back onto the Lord. All right, but you don't hear it. Right? That's why Isaiah the first chapter says, the ox knoweth his owner, is to ask the ass his master's crib, but Israel do not know, that my people do not consider. All right, you don't even consider. Okay, you don't one time inquire for half a second. Park your ears to hear. All right, but that shows you that spirit of deep sleep the Lord's put upon 2/3 of his own people, because he's given them over to their own wickedness. All right. They're going to continue on thinking they're doing something, thinking that they're in the right when they're really, really wrong. Okay. And the only way it's going to be shown that they're really, really wrong, what they're going to consider is what? When they're getting ready to be put to death. Okay. When their life is crumbling before them. This is already happening now. Okay. But it's only going to get worse. And that just shows you how hard-headed our people are. All right. Here it is. You're in hell. All right. You're catching all type of hell. All right. But from every angle, but still you don't turn on to YAHAWASHI. Okay, what do you have to lose? All right. On this side, you have everything to lose. All right, but you don't have nothing here regardless. Okay, because it's an illusion. At the end of the day, where we stand on, being in so-called America, is going to be destroyed. All the works of it. All right. All the works of this world are not. It does not matter. All right. Riches profit not a day of wrath, etc., etc. Okay. Everything you built up on this side is not gonna. It's not gonna do anything to you. Okay. It's not gonna do you any justice. Okay. You know, the Lord don't care about your plans. He don't care what you thought. All right. His words is what matters. All right. And that's what's gonna come to pass. Okay. But again, our people, they're not gonna listen. Okay. They're stuck in their ways, hard as a rock, and the Lord's getting ready to break them. All right. With destruction. This is Jeremiah 6:18. Therefore hear, ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts. All right. Exactly. The Lord's going to give you over to that. Okay. So you say, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to, give every man according to his ways. All right. 2/3 of my people, they're going to be given into their own ways and their own thoughts. All right. Because they're vain. All right. And abominable. All right. The only way they're going to be, again, fixed is they have to be destroyed. All right. Because they don't listen. All right. So continuing, because they have not hearkened unto my word exactly, nor to my law, but rejected it. So the Lord's going to reject 2/3 of his own people. Of course, on this side, all right, they'll come in the kingdom, by the righteous loins of the men of the Lord, of the elect, the first fruits. Nonetheless, on this side, the Lord is not going to regard them. He's going to reject them. Okay, just as he rejected Esau. All right, like father, like son. And that's why Esau said, slip of the tongue. That's why YAHAWASHI said, you have your father, the devil. Okay,